Yo, what's going on, squad? We are back again, Making the Right Play Podcast, episode 16, man. We missed y'all last week, man. We glad to be back this week, man. G. Clark, strength and conditioning savant, big dog. What you got for us today, man?
What you got for us, Derek?
He talking to you, G.
Oh,
Yeah, what you got for us
oh,
today?
nah. I'm just, it's number 16, y'all. We keep climbing and everything. We support. We appreciate the support. My bad.
Nah, for sure. Hey, DT, down the ways finest, man. What's up, man? Give us some good words before we get this show started.
Oh man, hey guys, I'm just glad to be back here, man. We missed you guys. We thank you guys for all the comments, like, and subscribe. I'm sorry that the weights are getting it, Greg, but we are here for episode 16, guys. Let's cook.
Y'all, hey, be patient with us, y'all. It was a long week. You hear me? But hey, look, man, we back in again. I just want to say thanks again for everybody for subscribing to the TikTok, subscribing to the Instagram, being patient with us, and interacting with us on our Instagram page and the stories, the comments. We appreciate y'all, man. We want to continue to bring it to y'all, man. And again, this episode 16, y'all. So this will be uploaded. So Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you find your podcast, you will be able to get this episode tomorrow, guys, starting tomorrow. All right. So listen, y'all, we're gonna get this thing going, man. Again, we back again, my boys. Let's start here, y'all. Sheduer Sanders versus the Cleveland Browns, man. It's an inside war going on over there, y'all, man. We got to check him out in preseason, fellas. G, let's start with you here, man. What are we thinking about what Sheduer's future hold with the Cleveland Browns, man, right now?
I'll say for now, it's up in the air. Some want him to be there, some don't. But I wouldn't mind him getting cut, and somebody else who's going to appreciate him and try to build around him can get him and use him. I don't want him just to be there for his jersey sales, because that's what it's looking like. That they pimped him for his jersey sales so they could get some of the money that he made off of him. And I want him there, and I want him to have a fair shot. No disrespect to Joe Flacco. You had your run. You got your Super Bowl ring. I think it's time for them to get some new blood up in there. And Cleveland need a franchise quarterback, and you're not the guy. I mean, if it's Archie Manning that y'all waiting for, so be it. And from what I heard, that a lot of teams were told not to draft him, so y'all drafted him. They wanted to teach him a lesson, so that's letting me know he ain't have a fair shake. So I just want him to be picked up by a team that really want him and really want him to lead their franchise. But I wouldn't mind him being released, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of people telling him to shut up, and like he feel just unappreciated, and he in a bad situation where I'm looking at Deshaun Watson. He's moving. I won't be shocked if he stay on the roster, over him. So moving forward, I just want him to move on somewhere else.
For sure, G, man, definitely, man. Yep, I actually agree with you as well, and that's not a bad perspective as well. If they can cut him so he can get play free, man. DT, what you thinking, man? What should be done here with Sheduer here in Cleveland, man? Because we all know there's some underlying issues going on here, and what do you think was here near in the future for Sheduer?
Hey, it's up in the air, but when I'm the owner and I don't want you, I can control what I do with you. The thing is, I don't think they're gonna cut Sheduer because they already sabotaged. You didn't give him all the run that he can get during the preseason, and you threw me out there trying to set me up couple days before the game with no train. I ain't took no rest with the first team, and I came out there and I looked it good. So all I did was it's 31 other teams. If you do waive me, I guarantee you somebody gonna pick me up. But I don't think the Browns gonna cut him. I think they're trying to work something out with Deshaun Watson where they're able to move him, and they're going to let the two young guys stay on there as the backup to Joe Flacco. And I think Sheduer is still going to be the third quarterback if they carry three, because most teams are only carrying two on a 53-man roster. So somebody going to the practice squad. So it's up in the air, but I feel like they'll try to do something with Deshaun, a buyout or something where they can work something out with that contract and keep Sheduer. But If not, I mean, it's a lot of things that can use a solid backup. Like shit, hell here, Jake Brown and the way he looked, I'm shaky on that guy. Like if Joe Burrow go down, I go down. It's like we done. So you got to get something going on. I just wish him the best, and it's sad because he even said the other day it's about his dad. He said all this is about my dad. He said, but I'm gonna represent my dad and I'm gonna do what I do. Like it's just what he do. And I see his brother got cut too by the Buccaneers. Shiloh got cut today. So, but I hope they latch on somewhere, get an opportunity. Even if it's a practice squad, you can just go out there and not work everybody where you get an opportunity to play.
Yeah. No, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely saw that with Shiloh, man. After the punch, man, you could tell that they only giving these kids a few chances, right? Like, whatever we can do to try to put a detouring,
On the thing, yeah.
what you guys got going on, especially G made a great point earlier with all the power that Deion has been able to do, which also shows G gave examples, and I'm referencing G, like Deshaun Jackson having a job now, Michael Vick having a job now. We see Eddie George, coaching. We,
Yeah.
a lot of our guys they're starting to get these jobs. I see what's his name? They used to play for Duke. Not saying that it has some correlation with Mike Vick, but what's his name? My guy, man. But he the head coach of Tennessee State now. That was down there in Louisville, assistant coach. He was at Duke.
And I don't know the name, but I know exactly who
You know what I'm talking about. We know once we mention the name, we everybody know him. But what's up, G?
Hugh Jackson is at Georgia State.
Yeah, Hugh Jackson. Yeah, Hugh Jackson coaching as well too. So that we see it's a power situation, and what we understand with these owners is that they're used they're used to having it, and anybody that's going to be able to get into that square and mess that up, we're going to go ahead and get rid of them immediately. So the NFL, what I heard lately is that the NFL told every team not to draft Deion Sanders. This is what the rumor was. You got this much hate for Deion Sanders that you would tell NFL teams for them to better their organization to get the best player on the goddamn chart that y'all would pass him because of his last name Sanders.
Yeah, but he was the best available player there, and I think that coach name is Reggie Barlow.
Reggie Barlow. Okay, Reggie Barlow. But the thing is what I want to say is this: for Cleveland Browns owner to already come out and say, "Hey, it wasn't my pick," right? We didn't, basically saying we don't want you here. You know what I mean? Like, we're making it as uncomfortable as possible. But also, you're probably the most skilled quarterback on our goddamn roster, on our depth chart. And also, you sold the most jerseys, and we had to pay you $14 million. We know that you didn't want to pay me $41 million. Was it around like $40 million? They was going to pay him if they took him in the first round, right? Top 5, right?
45 million.
Exactly. So we see a situation where there's some underlying issues where it got a lot to do with the character of the Cleveland Browns, not Sheduer Sanders. You know what I mean? Not for the best situation for the team. It's about a control situation. We do not want to put him out here. We do not want him to be able to control the narrative. And that's how much power Sheduer has. The fans love him. As we saw that first game, look how many fans already had his jersey. Everybody was cheering. The electricity in the building. This is what you wanted. This is what you thought you was getting with Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? This is what you thought you was getting, and clearly you did. You didn't get it at all. So I wish Sheduer the best. I agree with G. Cut him, let that man go ahead. Sit out. Let him go out here and train and get on the right team, because a lot of these teams, I'm pretty sure New Orleans is kicking their butt right now. Till this day, it's gonna be for the next few years for not drafting Sheduer Sanders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one thing. What did Sheduer do to get taught a lesson?
He did nothing. It's his dad. It's prime. It must be the money.
What does dad do? Did he disrespect somebody? Did I miss something? Did he dog the NFL?
I think
Or
it's
just
just
because
because
it's swag?
he outspoken, and basically when Deion said, "Hey, we gonna play for these teams. We gonna play for these teams." I feel like that might have rubbed some of the owners as the wrong way.
Why they ain't why they rubbed them the wrong way when the Mannings did it?
The color of his skin. You living in America, young man.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know where I'm living at.
Yeah, it's the color of his skin. That's it. That's all it can be. He's a black man.
But also too, y'all, let's be honest too. The religion and dealing with corporate world is not a big, you know what I mean? Like, these owners are not, when you're speaking about God and what God has done for you specifically. I mean, they even tried to quiet down CJ Stroud when he was speaking about God a ton his rookie year. You know what I mean? Changing interviews, cutting them up, editing. Fox Sports was doing it. It's a lot of things under issues that's bothering these guys. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like Sheduer is like a thorn in their side because he's, him and Dion are preaching what is true, what we went through. We understand God. We believe in God. We know that he has the last say, and y'all don't understand. Y'all don't realize it that's just something you can't do. Rockefeller tried to get 9 heart surgeries. He still died. I don't care how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got God, it's his last say. It ain't about you. You know what I mean? So when people try to play him, they end up getting embarrassed, man, at the end of the day. So I just want to shout out Sheduer, man. We listen, dog. We are Who They Nation, but we are praying for a good situation for you, man. We would love to see you playing. Shout out to Joe Flacco. I like Joe Flacco as well, but he's 40 years old. You know what I mean? He knows as well that he should be here to be mentoring Sheduer so that he can be ready to be that starting quarterback in Cleveland. So hopefully they get their head out their ass. The Browns, y'all sorry as shit as a corporate, as an organization. We just gonna say it. Whoever liked the Browns, fuck you. They sorry as shit. So. We'll move on here. We're gonna go over to the Malik Beasley gambling case update, y'all. That boy Malik Beasley beat the feds, man. He beat the feds, DT, man. I know the footage that I saw, I thought it was guaranteed that this man was cheating. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. Like,
You're a rat.
Like,
You're a fucking rat. And then, like, matter of fact, I'm going first. You a fucking rat. You know you told on some people, bro. That's what you did. You got to come on, bro. Stop. And I ain't want you to go to jail. Nah. But ain't nobody dumb, bro. You cooperated. The Burger King came. The KFC came. Yes. The large pizza came. You had a big screen TV. Yeah, you had your Jordans on. All that. You good. We know what took place, man. That's how that's how you beat it. You gave them some big names, bro. Who are they? We gonna pay attention to what's going on. I'm watching to see where other players get caught up. Because guess who gonna ding? Guess who gonna bubble up? In my head, Beasley. Ding. Oh, they got him. Ding. Oh yeah. Ding ding. Well, it better not be a top 10 player in the NBA. I know that. I'm telling you, bro. Pay attention to that, y'all. Pay attention. Cause it ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna be a more investigation. More. Now you got me thinking about it. Nah, he ain't tell on Gilbert Arenas. Nah, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He would. Hold on, Arnold. He wouldn't do that, Willis. He wouldn't do that. I'm just saying. All of a sudden. Come on, DT. Come on, bro.
Hey, if you want me to be honest with you, it's a strategy, man. The feds play a game.
Okay.
Michael Beasley is not. I don't think he told on nobody. I think the Fed's case ain't as strong as they want the case to be. So now we're gonna say we dropping this, but now we're gonna get phone records, we're gonna get text messages, the communication and everything. And I feel those charges. It ain't gonna be just Michael Beasley. It's gonna be more guys that come down with it. They're gonna be later charged down the line. These folks play a game, man, and they play it to win. They got a 99% conviction rate. You don't beat these guys. Like, it's hard to do. Ain't no way. When I think that the thing that, like I said, Michael Beasley clear, I don't know if I sent it to y'all not, but that's the first thing I thought about was y'all. I said, oh man, it's gonna be something to talk about. But I was like, it's hard to beat the feds, but I'm just gonna get a man the benefit of the doubt, which I like to give people. I can't throw the red on your name, Michael Beasley, until I see the paperwork or the proof of the pudding, like Bill Cosby said. If I see that, then hey, I gotta go ahead and label you and call a spade, you're a rat. But until then, I think the feds are building a case.
So protecting. He's protected.
Hell no. I don't think he protected. I think the feds
What names? Pay attention to the names that get called. That's all I'm gonna say. If they heavy hitters, come on, Derek. We from the streets. I don't care about political. Let's go with the street. Come on. I'm saying
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I hope he wasn't giving Greg Clark no info.
Why you keep saying my name? See what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Why you keep saying my name?
I hope Beasley
Why
didn't
my
drop back
name
on
though?
you, man.
Why my name? We talking about Malik Beasley, bro.
I'm just saying we keep
Man, what's going on, bro?
I know you rock with
Come on,
Beasley.
man. This is going on, bro. This are weird times, bro. It's adding up, bro.
Hey,
Why?
Greg,
We talking about
I don't have
Beasley.
no wire on, bro. I'm cool over here.
I'm
You can throw water on me. I don't have no wire on.
So you can jump in the pool, huh?
I ain't saying you wired up. What's going on with my name? Come on, man.
Hey,
What you
Pod,
think?
you can pour water on me. Hey, Pod, you can pour water on me, man. I don't have no wire on, man. You can throw
You
water
know they
on
can
me, man.
hey,
You can pour water on me.
the feds tap
Solid, man.
cell phones, they tap laptops.
All this shit, you can throw water on me, man.
Nah, there's other ways they do it.
I would throw water on the phone, but I'm on it right now.
Hey, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Now, I think both. I agree, man. I mean, I see the perspective from G side where it's like it could be some bigger fish to fry to say, hey, let's go ahead and let Beasley out. But I also agree with DC where the fans do play to some type of game because you got to think about it. Terry Rozier, even the last few situations. Now, Michael Porter Jr. clearly he was on an interview running his mouth talking about how like when your homeboys we could get everybody. Remember, did you see the interview where he was talking about like if easily you know it could get your homeboys tell them put $10,000 on a under or over on one specific game and win 30 or 40 racks and your people taking care of instead of you having to continue to dish money out to take care of them. You get what I'm saying? He was basically breaking down like that where they could get off so we knew this was gonna happen. We also been knowing this been happening. This been happening. We guys talk. We remember when we talked about this initially. We all agreed that this been happening since it's been legal to bet.
Yeah.
You know, it's starting to be legal to bet on these sports apps. So it's been I'm pretty sure people have been cleaning up a couple $100,000. You know what I mean for the past 2 years or so. Michael Beasley's was just to me a lot more evident. And Mike, this not saying you're not guilty, right? But what I'm saying is the footage that we was able to see and the things that we saw, that's what kind of made me be like, oh, okay. The last bucket, y'all down 12. What you running down the court with 4 seconds left to get a bucket to cut the spread down? Like, we see it. You know what I mean? It's times when you drop the ball against the Knicks, like, you was getting that rock, man. You know that ball was coming to you. You was one of the best. You made the second most threes to Anthony Edwards last year. You know what I mean? You actually had a career year last year. You feel me? And do all this fuck shit going on with you. So we glad that you back. I saw the video with Gilbert. What cracked me up. Where Gilbert was like, man, listen, man. He said, shit, come to LA, man. We need you down here. He said, our barber, so you ain't got to worry about putting a barber down here. He said, our barber, he's talking about that barber do the. He said, shit, he said, that's another different type of money. We had pay the barber with that, man. We good down here in LA, man. He said, but sue them motherfuckers for $24 to $50 million, man, because they got up here and accused you and embarrassed you. So it's now to go ahead and time to sue the NBA.
That is true.
Because you heard him. Like, you got to think about it. He was a free agent this year. Detroit pretty much went and got Duncan Robinson, went to go get LeVert.
Yeah.
He got a spot over there right now in Detroit.
He was definitely going to get a bag.
Yeah. So somebody, now don't get me wrong. You should get you a bag now that you free. You know what I mean? You clear to play. You know what I mean? But they could utilize, these organizations could use that as well. You just getting a vet minimum, which if I'm Malik Beasley, if I can just play in the NBA still and generate a check, you know what I mean? But I just feel like he had a lot of stuff going on anyway. Because remember the situation with his wife left when he was messing with Larsa Pippen. Remember, the wife just left him in the middle of the season last year. They were supposed to go. I think it was on All-Star break. They were supposed to go on vacation, and she left him like that Friday or something like that. You know what I mean? So I know some things that been going on behind the scenes, man. So hopefully he paid them dues. Hopefully he understand and learn from this lesson. But I can't wait to see in these next few months if your perspective comes to truth, man. Where we start hearing about some guys that really been on top of this game and gambling, man. So because he's not the last one. He ain't the first, and we all know he ain't the last. So we'll figure out soon, man. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it, man. We got a little different show today. We ain't gonna be doing too much sports, man. We're gonna go ahead into Finesse 2tymes versus family. We can keep it short. I don't know if you guys been able to see this at all, but Finesse 2tymes, a rapper out of Memphis, mom been evicted. Mom needed a place to stay. So she got in front of her camera phone and kind of disrespected her son. I mean, went at her son. I'm gonna say disrespected. Let's just say it. Let's just say what it was. Disrespectful. I think he also had a situation with his brother where it was the same situation, and basically we're in this web of somebody making it out of situation, making millions of dollars, right? And trying to take care of home. But people are more entitled than appreciative. And I think that's the situation. So you guys can let me know what you think, because we all got a mom, or we got a mother figure, right? In our situation, if grandma and mom was in this situation, and DT, we'll start with you here. What do you think about this situation? And if you put yourself in your shoes, what do you think?
Honestly, I mean, I don't owe you nothing. Like, but it's the way they going about it, going to social media, making this post stuff, trying to down me, like play me. Like I'm not obligated to do anything for anybody. But as your mother, depending on the relationship, your mother or the mother figure, depending on the relationship, you're gonna treat them accordingly. Me, in my case, that was my grandma, and it ain't gonna never be that situation, because that's gonna be taken care of, because I'm already gonna have my grandma set up. But I don't know what the relationship is with his mother or what the backhand is. But all that going on social media, he don't give us shit. He don't do this and this and that. No, and he said, I got the money. I can do whatever I want to do for you. But it's the way that y'all go about it. Y'all just calling me begging, because I got something don't mean that you can constantly get it. And I was telling G a story last week. My cousin basically got me out of $1,400. Played me like a straight sucker. Got a car when they went out to California. Got the car window shot out and everything. And didn't want to pay me my money. Still ain't paid me none of the money. But it's like you feel entitled to, because you my cousin, you feel like it's okay for you to be able to do that. I don't owe you nothing. Like, Finesse don't owe his mama anything. Based on relationship, I don't know, but all that going to social media, then you got other rappers coming like, I paid his mama this. Some I don't know who the rapper is, but he went on there, made a video, showed a bunch of money. I took care of his mama, wooty wooty dude. Don't even worry about that lame ass nigga. He's not obligated to do nothing for anyone, man. That's just like saying, Fred, you make it out the hood, or you make it out of wherever you from, and you got people coming, your cousins that you don't even talk to. Fred, can I borrow 5,000? Or Fred got this. Like, even with the Goonie situation, one of Goonie's sisters supposed to have some buku money. People on there going on social media like, why you ain't get him out of jail? Why you ain't do this? Because we share the same father. This is my sibling. I'm not obligated to get him out of jail. Like, you can't pitch yourself and make yourself, like you said, entitled to somebody else's stuff. Like, I worked for this, so I went to jail. I threw bricks at the penitentiary to get this money. No, you can't do that, man. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We all adults here, and at the end of the day, you can fend for yourself. Like, I don't care what I got, but you're not gonna disrespect me. But as the relationship it's got to be some disconnect somewhere in the relationship where I'm gonna let my mama get an eviction notice. That'd be insane. I would never let my grandma get an eviction notice. That just would drive me crazy. So I don't know. But
Now,
even
I,
go ahead,
go ahead.
Greg.
Now, finish
No,
there.
I was gonna say, even as the rapper, all the money you made, why's your mom even getting a eviction notice at this point? You too far in the game. So what do she own? Like, you should have. She should have. So I'm assuming that relationship is somewhere in there. It's something that happened where it ain't no connection.
for sure, DT. Nah, I agree with you, man. What you think about this situation, man?
Now, I definitely agree with some of the things Derek said. It's his money. He's not obligated, but it'd be nice for him to look out for his mama and do things for his mama's siblings and stuff like that. Because you only get one mama. Like, I don't know the relationship. I don't know what hardship she took them through, because a lot of kids suffer through their parents, decision. And he might feel a certain type of, pain or displeasure towards her. Like, now I remember times where, you chose your boyfriend over us. Or, mama, you left us in the house and you went out and we ain't eat. It's things he probably can talk about that he don't want to throw her up under a bus. And it made him go harder as being a rapper. And I feel he gave her stuff before. I just feel that she saw it because it's not continuing. He probably said, "Mine, look, here go 40,000. Look, this best I can do for you. Make the best of it." Mama had a good run for 2 months, 3 months with the 40,000. Now, like Derek said, the rent, due, eviction. Okay, mom, what's up? Probably possibility. I don't know if she's Section 8 or not. You could have paid it up for 6 months. 7 months or something like that. You went and did X, Y, and Z. And he's not Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole. He's not bringing in no money like that. You know, he's a little hood rapper. You know, I don't listen to his music, but I'll be seeing he pop up on things, put money to his ear and stuff like that. To be giving his mother, you know, like a certain type of money. Like, mom, I can't view this money like that all the time. I got a life. I gotta pay road managers and stuff like that as you know as well. I got bills too, mama. You know, because he made it don't mean you made it, mama.
Mm.
You know, and a lot of parents I see through sports, they live vicariously through their kids, and it's starting to be expected. Yeah, mama gave you life for sure, for sure. But it's his career, it's his money. Now, say if he get deep into the conversation and say, "Well, mama, bring up when you did this and did that."
Mm.
If he ran to Facebook, if he ran to social media and said that about you, I think it's sloppy. And I think her as a mother, yeah, she hurt because it's more that she feel that he can do for her and her siblings and mama. Because she said something like, well, he give money to his friends more than her. Watch this. Sometimes you feel like your friends more family than your mama. Who's to say they ain't give him money to get in the studio when you didn't have it? Slept at their house when the conditions at the crib was messed up. Giving him clothes, shoes. His mama, his boy mama feeding him. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like it be certain things that's not being said that make him be resentful towards you. You know, like I said, I wish, you know, he looked out for you and did things for you and it wouldn't be no problem. Cause I don't like looking at messy stuff like that. That's when the phones get cut off. And then y'all have a certain type of conversation and talk. But it seems like it's torn and that ain't gonna happen. So I never do nothing like that. A person would never know how I really feel for as my family. Nah, because I got the type of rapport. We bet not do that. We bet not. Like it's consequences to come with my family. We do that, and don't let it get to my mama because we don't play that. If it's a problem, we know how to get to my mama out to have a gather over a meal, and my mama still bust our ass. And I'm 44. You know, so that'll never happen, and I hate seeing it. I really hate seeing stuff like that, you know. But I hope they get over it as a family and move forward. And I wish them nothing but the best.
For sure, man. I agree. Actually, both of your takes. I take a little bit from both of you guys because I think we all kind of sitting on the same point here. I agree, you know. But my thing is, I wouldn't have been giving mama the money. I would have bought mom a crib. You know what I mean? Like we would have put a, you know, they already been able to control that because I'm like, hey, mom, put you up in this house. We already bought this. We gonna just be working towards these property taxes every year. You know what I mean? Paying on that, but we don't have to pay a monthly rent or so. I'll just handle the mortgage from my end. You know what I mean? I know that it's getting paid from paying it from my end. So that's that way that I can still give and I also can have a little bit better control because we talked about this in the pod. I think it was you specifically coming from certain backgrounds when you get this large sum of money, right? It's just like we're rapping. You get on it's the same way with the NBA or NFL, right? You get that signing bonus. In the rap world, you get a it's a loan in the rap world, you know what I mean? Where it's like we're gonna give you $5 million, we're gonna give this advance, but you signed up for 5 different, you know, albums or mixtapes, or etc. You know what I mean? So we're gonna work it this way. And so you get this big lump sum of money. First off, he got out of jail, he signed with Jay Prince. His life been on his life been on the damn phone the whole time. But the one thing we're gonna get to talking about this about the internet, but mom used she used the trick in the book where she tried to force his hand by trying to embarrass him. That's why she put it on the internet. Easily, she contacted him 100 different times. You know what I mean? He even put out something on his page where he showed the receipts of 5,000, 2,000, how much money he been sending his mom. You know what I mean? The same way he was sending his brother. Because you know his brother did the same. You know they got into it. His brothers went on the internet doing the same shit his mom was doing. Talking about he ain't been giving. You know he ain't looking out for. He only looking out for his boys. Well, listen. At the end of the day, G, you got a point. Maybe I'm doing stuff for my guys. I was locked up. How many times did y'all make sure I was good in jail? My niggas probably made sure I was good every week, every 2 weeks. You get what I'm saying? They kept my name alive. They say, hey, when Finesse get up out of this jail, we'll be able to get us a record deal and we'll be able to go up. So some of your niggas probably invested in y'all. You know what I mean? Like, we all got day one guys we rock with. But if G and DT sitting and making sure I'm straight, and my niggas that's day one, they not, they ain't even calling me and checking in on me. Because at the end of the day, everybody's situation different, right? You know what I mean? Finesse mom could not help him, right? His brother might not help him. But when it's his time, when he hit, y'all expect y'all entitled. Y'all think y'all entitled to what he got going on, and it's not like that. If anything, you got the best team is gonna come in. You look at Jay-Z team. Memphis Bleak doing Duce, Rock, Duce. He's over there doing the Duce, the Champagne. You got Emery doing the Puma. Everybody came in with a talent so they can accumulate some bread. A good team gonna come in and figure out what can I do for him. Maybe I need to do the scheduling. Maybe I need to do the tour, the tours. Maybe I need to do the video editing. Maybe you know what I mean. I'll be the manager. I'll organize. Mom and brother like this.
Yeah,
you don't give a fuck what you got going on. You could have had the worst night of your life. You calling to try to get some advice from Mom Dukes, and she like, man, baby, that 50,000 ran out. Damn, Mama just gave it to you 3 months ago. You ain't never had $50,000 in your damn life. You spent 50 in 3 months because she already felt that I'm just gonna go back to my baby and he gonna get me together. Because she one time she said, yeah, he spent $4 million on his boys. See, mom,
pocket watching.
Pocket watching and Mama Love, that's nasty work. That's nasty work because you throwing out a number that we don't know.
4 M's.
4 M's on your niggas. Now, it's the assumption, right? But I think remember 50 Cent just said something. 50 was like, "Hey, Finesse, man, holla at moms." Then Finesse came back and said, "Well, shit, holla at your son." And holla at Marquise. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah,
which was fair, but it's different.
But I ain't gonna say this. I gotta say something about that. Marquise ain't want for nothing.
Yeah, he ain't want for nothing, but also he did some fuck shit. When you taking pictures with Preem's son, when you cross the line, you know how your daddy is. And you wanted to get your daddy attention. That was the wrong way to get your daddy attention. Because I remember when you took that picture, your daddy said the next thing he said is, I don't give a fuck if both of them get hit by a bus. That's when everything went left because how militant your dad moved. Once you cross that line with him, he don't give a fuck if it was his grandma. He on that type
Even in that statement, it shows ignorance. He trying to man you with your mama. You bring up a situation with his son. But watch this. Knowing the situation 50 got with his son is through 50 Cent son's mama.
Yeah.
That goes to show you. He just telling you like, look, this nasty. Marquise is driven by the hatred his mother got for his daddy. 50 Cent, I ain't never did nothing to my son.
But let me ask you this, Greg. Because 50 could have reached out. I'm quite sure he could have got that man's number and made a phone call and said, hey, man, and gave him his input.
Because guess what? Because guess what?
Man.
No, it could be, you can look at it as a troll, but if 50 would have had laughing emojis and all this, see, I look at a message different. That's like saying, you going live in a bubble. I got your phone number, I ain't call you. Now, why put me in it? Don't always try to mix something like to make it politically correct. Now, 50 has some emojis, because I know how 50 be. Then I'll be like, okay, if Derek send me something on my page, and I know Derek, I can tell when Derek playing with me. I can tell when Fred throwing a little joke. They gonna be like, oh, Derek said that, G, why ain't call you? I said, no, I know where that's coming from. I know when Derek playing. But if Derek like, G, man, take this down, bro. G, what you doing, bro? I know Derek sincerely saying, G, this ain't you, bro. This ain't you, bro. Like, and Derek got my number, but I won't take it how a dude that don't know Derek, man, who is this dude, bro? What he telling you to take this down? I'm like, nah, bro, chill out. I know where that's coming from. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like I said, I just wish it don't go to the net. That's my thing. I just hate that.
That's why I'm saying they don't go to the net if 50 don't make that post.
Yeah, but see, 50 also got to do too. At the end, 50 talking about don't say nothing stupid. Like now you trying to little bro. Now you trying to little broing because like now he like now Finesse gonna have to say something because you making it seem like you know what I mean. Like 50 funny like that. And he's
a genius, bro. He's a business genius.
He is.
But I don't see no disrespect in that. But if y'all say like, hey man, go holler at mom, bro.
I don't think it's no disrespect And I honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Either way, I don't think it's no disrespect because neither one of them said Finesse or 50. I don't think either one of them. I think it gets blown up because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
DT right because it's on the internet. But if we actually, if 50 and Finesse was right in front of us, right, and they both said that, we wouldn't see it as no disrespect. Finesse saying call your son and you saying, hey, make sure get shit right with your mom. I don't see any type of disrespect. It's just because the internet gonna use it as a clapback instead of just a dialogue. You know, we still had dialogue, right? Real man still can have a agree to disagree and it not be no disrespect there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it didn't trail on from that point on because I don't even think you even responded to it. You know what I mean? So it was all good. We just I just think that we understand too how much 50 loved his mama, how much 50 loved his grandma. Like the women in his life was very, very solid, more solid than the guys in his life because he didn't have his pop.
Good point.
You know what I mean? So you, even if you look at Get Rich or Die Trying, the movie, you know what I'm saying? How he built this younger 50, how grandma was with him, how mama, how he looked up to his mama. You know, even remember he thought Rick James killed his mama. Remember that picture? Like he just kept putting up everywhere. He was like, man, Rick James killed my. Remember the curly hair? So but that's how much he loved his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, man, so I'm thinking he looking at it from that aspect.
I forgot about that.
And so I'm thinking at the end of the day, listen, Finesse, man, I know, just go ahead and buy mama. If you can't do it, get her the crib. That way you don't have to worry about it. Just, you pay them.
Oh, she need a new house? Not to cut you off, Fred. She need a new house?
Well, she's getting evicted. So she must have been paying on an apartment or something. You know what I mean? If I'm Finesse, I'm looking at it as a business decision where I'm just going to buy the house. It's going to be my property, right? You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? So we rent, I'm just basically not renting out the mom, but it's my house. I own it. So even when mom, if mom need to move out or something like that, you still own this property. It's going to appreciate over the time, wherever it's at. And I would look at it on that aspect. It's doing you good as well. You know what I mean? Because the worst thing you can do is have mama love on the street. I mean, I know she fucked up. I know. And I know he talked about a lot of trauma he been through when he was younger with her, what she did, did with the boy. Like you said, G and DT, there was a lot of things that happened back in the day, growing up that led to these situations. You know what I mean? But you just figure it out.
He ain't gonna let his mama go home. He ain't.
Another rapper already paid it. That's why he made a rapper made a video with a bunch of ice on, fired and shot at Finesse.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying though. See, but
my God.
And let me be honest with y'all. I love my mama to death. That's when I cut her off. If you took that bread from that man, that's when I cut you off. I'm not fucking with you because at the end of the day, you went to the internet first, then you got another nigga to pay these bills. I
gotta do my Derek.
That's a problem to me, DT. That's a problem.
I gotta do my Derek.
Fred was already doing it. Fred had his hands.
I know. I'm gonna get a shirt made like this.
If you take the bread, if I tell you, you go to the internet on me, then G come out and say, yeah, I took care of this shit. Like you come up with the chain. Yeah, I took care of mama shit.
I'm glad Miss Willis ain't that.
Yeah, thank God. No.
I know. Because I look. You know why, Fred? On some real stuff, me knowing you ain't even sound right saying cutting my mom off.
Exactly. Nah, because
you ain't even sound right. You ain't even sound right.
But that's the thing, though. G, Miss Tracy, Mom, Grams, guess what? They not going to the internet. She gonna say Buster. I told you, you know what I'm saying? She gonna tell DT to his face. It's gonna be right in his face. Miss Tracy gonna do the same, like you said. Y'all gonna have a gathering. My mama gonna call me and text me until I pick up the phone and tell me, hey, baby boy. So this would have never even hit the internet. You know what I mean? Because we would have took care of that off rip. Hey, mom, what you need? But we would have had well, guess what? The same way mom and them give us a speech, when they give us stuff, we would have gave mom a speech after we paid for what we need.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, mom, we can't keep doing this. Let's figure out something we can do to get right and be able to bring some income in every month. But I got you. I'm gonna make sure you straight. You know what I mean? So it's a touchy subject for sure, man. But I just wanted to touch base on it. So next, y'all, we going on to a funny situation, man. Camron and Omar Gooden, man. I think we've been seeing this over the internet the last few weeks. Listen, man. Hey, I'm sorry, G. I'm gonna let you start here, man. What you think about this situation, man?
Hey, man, Cam my dog, bro. Like I've been playing. Cam, come on, bro. I get it. You cracks me up. I think you a corny, funny dude. But man, booking this man up for a movie that ain't coming out. What do you pay?
Yeah,
$2,500?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
entertainment, man. I
2,500.
love it.
Bruh. No, it was a hell of a strategy. I'm like, bro, you for real? Like, I thought y'all threw y'all jabs in the summer. I get it. This is carrying over, bro. And I know eventually he's going to be on It Is What It Is. It gotta be, he got too much leg. He got too many legs now. Y'all situation is like must see. This man he making diss songs about Cam, bro. Like, I just can't believe it. Like, you really booked dude ain't taking shit, you doing push-ups. I was like, oh, this for real. Like, y'all really back on this? Then he just dropped a diss song to Cam. Talking about he need views and this and that. Nah, now Omar, it is what it is. No, they doing real well. Real well. They signed 2 contracts. I ain't well, if Derek say he gonna say I'm pocket watching Cam. Cam and May signed 2 good luxury deals. They don't need the ratings, but I just don't like. I don't want this to get to the point where it's too personal. That's what I'm saying. Like Cam, a funny dude, and I'm taking it like they joking. I'm pretty much sure they probably talked on the phone as well. Like, bro, really, you really booked me for this, and the movie ain't coming out. Then he came back. I guess his agency said, "Well, this ain't no movie. Cam just got footage of you, fake like you had a movie." He said, "Well, he gave me props. That was clever. That was good. I got a free fly out." He said, "Fly me out to Church of Cake. What he say? Church of Cankos or something?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Fly me out there." Hell of a strategy, Cam, but man, y'all something else, man. Y'all something else, bro. I was like, wow. Go ahead, D.
What you
See,
say?
I can relate to Cam, man. Just a young nigga in Ohio trying to get it, man. Hey, I think what Camron did, man, was genius. It was a straight genius, man. It was a move because guess what? I got leverage. I can book you for a movie that's never coming out and write it
That's
off on
true.
my taxes like I paid you as an employee, and it
Ooh.
cost me nothing.
That's true,
You
Derek. That's
you
true.
looking stupid, Omar.
That's
Like,
true.
stop it. You can't go. Your money ain't longer than mine. You can't go to war without money. Broke
That's
niggas don't
true.
win wars. You
That's
gotta
true.
stop.
You right.
Cam is up. You can't. Your money ain't there. You can't go to war with no money. You can do all this. And honestly, Cam, he's a businessman too. It's a strategy. I'm monetizing all these clicks. Every time somebody go to YouTube, they come to Facebook. I'm getting monetized. Keep running it up, man. And hopefully, Omar's getting some clicks too, where he can generate some revenue. And just both of y'all get paid. But I hate to see black men attacking each other. But I
Yeah.
swear to God, man, Camron, I see why you used to get it in Ohio, man, because you got a lot of sense, man. I'm a book
Oh,
you. I'm a book you for a movie. Have you doing things I want to have you doing while I sit behind the screen right there while you doing the movie. Get weak at you. You know how bad that hurt me when I found out.
Derek.
That
And he
hurt.
popped the top. Derek, and he popped the top.
Yeah, because Cal Beatty popped the top. That's what I'm saying. He's not me. Like, man, hey, Fred, that'll hurt. Like, you just humiliated me. Like, you that you served me humble pie, Cal, and it cost you nothing. Like Cal said, it cost me a little 2,500. But no, it didn't, Cal. When you expense that out, it cost you nothing. He's an employee. He
He's an
costs you
employee.
nothing. He's a 1099 contractor on that one. Cam, you can
Oh
write it
my
off.
God.
Cam, you won. Shout out to Cam, man.
Shout out to Cam. Hey, listen, I think we all fans of Camron, man. Wittiness and musically, I'm a
Oh
fan,
yeah.
right? So I think him being who he is the reason why he got the longevity that he got, and him knowing sports and him doing what he did with Mace. So he's understanding about rebuilding relationships, but he's also okay with killing them as well. So this all started because he called Omar Gooden Jr. instead of Cuba Gooden Jr., right? You know what I mean? And Omar responded because he basically was saying that people like Omar Good and Vin Rames are waiting around for people like 50 Cent and Tyler Perry to cast them in movies because they're not getting the roles now that they used to get back in the
True.
day, which was a true statement. That wasn't nothing false about that. Omar Gooden clearly wants to rap now because it would have been easy for me to pull up a camera up and go ahead and cook Camron, or if I had a certain way. He did 3 diss tracks. You know what I mean? He did 3 diss tracks. He's trying to get some traction there. What Camron pulled was the ultimate chess move. This is what you do. You wait. You don't even say too much. I'm gonna go ahead and kill you this way. He also put the sprinkle on top and said, "Man, I paid $20,000 courtside NBA games.
And I be at a lot of those.
I did a lot of those. I paid $8,000. Them was my guys. They're really producers, but these are like friends of mine. Yeah. They was able to get you to come out here, get this money. So I think I agree with Gito too. This is gonna be a great setup for talking with Flea to have Omar Gooden come do this interview. That interview is going to do numbers because I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up getting back decent off the cameras, right? And just come on and have a conversation because we really now we invested. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see what Omar got. Because Camron said when Omar Gooden was doing all that, oh man, you thought you got over on me. Well, Camron said, please don't let me have to show these DM and text messages you've been sending me in these last 24 hours. Like, so somebody's lying, right? Somebody's trying to save face. So Omar Gooden is on this side. I believe Cam because Cam always been like that. Listen, Cam ain't never ducked, like what you say all the time, DTO Cole. I'm a firefighter. I come for this.
I don't run. We don't run from smoke. We run to it.
Smoke. He's been that type of guy his whole career. If it was Curtis Jackson, if it was Jay-Z, I mean, he never held no back. You know what I mean? Like if Camron had a problem with you, you knew exactly he had a problem with you. And so that's why it's so cold to see. But see, it's certain people that are that skilled and sadistic to think like Camron. Like that's 50 Cent when they said he bought all Ja Rule tickets. Remember?
That's good. That's Derek. He'll do that. Yes, he will. Don't let him fool you. He will do some shit like that. Conniving ass.
Hey, you know what? I could see that though.
Hey, I got something to say off that after this when we go off. I got a situation that I got to tell you about.
I tell you. See, that's our God. That's our God is.
G, I sent you the God thing. Hey, G, I sent you that thing, right? When I sent you the thing about the haircut situation and stuff like that.
Oh my.
I got a whole lot off the camera. I got some stuff to elaborate on.
All right.
Nah, bad. But yeah, I think it's a few people like that. Like when 50 bought them tickets, so-called bought them tickets for Ja Rule.
Oh.
And then, you had them type of situations. You had Drake when he dissed Meek and he sent the gold bottles. Remember he mentioned, he's like, you about to make me buy something for Charlamagne. Then he sent the bottles to Charlamagne. Like certain people that are like, you know what I mean? Like not only I'm gonna rap it, but I'm gonna bring it to life as well. So you can understand that I'm about to I'm checkmating. You know what I mean? Like that's what I call a stepper when they just step on you. You know what I'm saying? It's something, you know what I mean? So these are the guys that like to finish the bucket. You know what I mean? And then you got guys that don't talk a lot, like a Nas or a Jay-Z. I feel like they the same way. You know what I mean? There's very Jadakiss, very sadistic as well. You know what I mean?
Strategic and clever.
Man, very clever. You know what I mean? Jay-Z might not say nothing. Or he might not say nothing, right? Or when he did it 50, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? That was 50 Cent's roll into the industry. He gave 50 that lob and then told Beans and them, hey y'all, this motherfucker named 50 Cent coming, man. I'm just letting y'all know, like, you know what I mean? He up next. Y'all better continue working, you know what I mean? Because he finna take off. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of guys that understand the plot and a lot of guys that don't take things personal, and you got guys that take it very personal. In this sense, a guy like Camron, it's like he said, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut your head off. You know what I mean? The body fall after I cut the head off, man. So hey, man, it was definitely entertaining to see. So look, guys, we're gonna go in here to this next, man. Since we own this type of subject, the internet versus the OGs, man. I think we talked about it a little bit, but I just want to see what you guys think. And let me frame it for y'all so y'all can answer it a little better. All right. So I'm talking about the guys that we looked up to back in the day, or not looked up to, or we thought that was icons, or these mythic creatures, right? The Big Meeches, the Jay Princes, etc. Right? Where now that they getting on this internet, they done lost their mystique. Well, you know what I mean? Because they playing these games. They done lost with, back in the day, we had the Source magazine, Vibe magazine, or whatever you was watching, even like say certain sports people, right? Camron, even Camron, Jim Jones, or, any guy like Michael Irvin, right? Where you starting to get you might have thought them a certain way until they start playing this internet. You like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Shannon Sharp was like that for me for a long time until we started, it's a lot of this stuff start coming on the internet and how people was acting and type of things. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is why is the internet affecting these OGs like that? Because it seems like they know how to use it. We'll start with you. It seems like we know how to use it. They know how to use it, but they're using it incorrectly. So, G, what do you think about with the internet versus the OGs right now, man? What can they do to stop what's going on right now?
See, back in the day, like you mentioned, the Source magazine, vibes and stuff, it's like a mystique. You hear about it, but you don't see it. So you use your imagination how they speaking about this person, and you get your own perspective. Now I get to see, and what y'all think live look is corny. Like dang, you really like this? Oh, so this who y'all talking about? This Meech? You know what I'm saying? That mystique is gone. That's like when you go see somebody hoop, Fred, or they say, dude, nice. If I ain't go to the game, me knowing your IQ, you and Derek, how y'all look at the game, y'all be like, he all right. And I know when y'all say he all right, it's like C plus, or if it's like he all right. But now with the internet, these older guys doing things, it don't make them, it don't help them. It don't help their image. It look more like they trying to fit in something. But back in the day, they was legendary to us. Like Jay Prince. We heard of Jay Prince. We ain't see Jay Prince this month. Now we seeing him. We heard about Big Meech. They heard about him when he was locked up. We heard about the bottle popper. He invented making it rain. We was in Cincinnati. They was down in Atlanta and up in Detroit. Their names was everywhere. But now y'all getting the back end of him, and now he figured this how I gotta use my way, my mystique of getting money, getting booked. I'm getting the chin strap line up. I'm wearing too big clothes and trying to fit in with my son. I've been so much out of touch with life. It's like I'm playing catch up, but I'm old. I went in, my braids was black. They gray. You know, I got an ankle monitor. I'm dancing in the mirror with a bezel on that look fake. It don't even look real like the one you had before you went to jail. So I think the whole mystique is gone, and a lot of people don't even know how to use the internet and what they use it for. You know, they got phones that they really still like trying to figure out. So I just think it got them looking corny, if you ask me. Like, man, your time is up. You need to just sit back. And if people want to book you because of your name, okay, take that as that. And I know you got to make money. And the first thing they going to say, he ain't had no money put up nowhere. Or what he broke. So I just think sometimes it got them looking bad than really benefiting them.
No, that's real. That's yeah. I agree, G. That's a great point, man. What you think, DT, about what's going on, man?
Yeah, I have to agree with G on that. Like he said, those guys, we heard about them, but we never seen them. But I also understand that they're using this platform as a way of making money too. This internet is providing opportunities that they didn't have. Those old folks weren't using technology. All this stuff wasn't
Great point.
wasn't going, So it's going on now, and it's kind of crazy because some of them you can just tell like I ain't made for this internet game. Like you see a Jay Prince, you hear the Jay Prince being like a silent killer. Like, yeah, you don't go down and fuck with Jay Prince down in Houston. You know, he ain't to be fucked with. Then you hear what one of those Migo guys got killed down there. It was Jay Prince name getting mentioned. Like that type stuff didn't happen. But this internet allowed people to be, something they ain't, just like everything else. People come to this internet, you can put up what you want to display. Like myself, I was going.
Yeah, we having some difficulties here. We're gonna let DT get back here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up for DT right now until we get him back on. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up where DT said. So I think he was talking about Jay Prince, etc. But I think that I do agree with him. His point about monetizing, right? They're seeing that this is a lane for them, but we also realize too that their career isn't where they used to be. You know what I mean? When Jay Prince had the Ghetto Boys and, you know, he doing the boxing and different things like that, his career isn't where he used to be at. So in that situation, they are seeing the streaming, they seeing the money that's coming in, they seeing what these young folks is making, and they also know that they also know that they're a prestige as well. And so they think it's an easy thing to do because they got stories to tell. You know what I mean? A lot of them got stories to tell. They got businesses to do. They're just going about it the wrong way. When you get to trying to block somebody else's shine just for you to be able to run those numbers up, this is like what Jim Jones was doing with Nas. Nas still didn't mention you, and Nas still being able to make money and break bread. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. Like, you're utilizing the internet to continue to try to stay relevant. There's some people that are so relevant that are still so relevant because of what they put in early in their career, i.e. Nas, i.e. Jay-Z, i.e. Beyonce. They've been able to continue to live on, not only from their business tactics, but also from the respect and the mystique still. You might see Beyonce on tour. She don't do interviews. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. That's why you will see something on the internet. Beyonce says she like Popeye's chicken. That would be like a thing that go across the goddamn internet. You know what I mean? Because she says she like a specific chicken because you just don't know too much about what she got going on. You get what I'm saying? Same way. So it's a mystique. Or why do you think people, when they hide their kids away, why do you think people so thirsty to see the kids at a point in time? Because you didn't hear them for so long. You don't know what they look like. You get what I'm saying? Until they, you know what I mean? Because and so that's just, it's the same thing with Pusha T did to Drake when he exposed that Drake was having a son. You know what I mean? Like, it took away the surprise. It took away that, right? And there was and that's why it was such a classic bar. I mean, a classic situation because we didn't know. And for you to bring it to light, and then also Drake had to tell the truth and say, hey, I do have a son. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I was going to do this press run where I was going to introduce him to the world this way, but it went the other way where, you know what I mean? So the internet, I just think sometimes, you know, don't go live, keep it short, keep it sweet. If you only hear about the money, stay focused on the money. Build the pages. If you do speak, keep it as small as possible. I would probably hire a PR team to even handle these type of situations if I'm older at that time. That way, I'm not looked at as looked at as a goofy because we can actually go through what we want to post. This what needs to be happening. They so quick now to get on this damn phone and speak about shit that's going on. Derek, you brought up the takeoff situation. That was handled terribly by them. That was handled terribly by Jay Prince and his family. Words got misconstrued. There was, of course, and it hurt their legacy. I mean, honestly, it hurt. Charleston White smoked Jay Prince. He went to you, like, he literally disrespected him in his own city. He said that nigga ain't mob ties. That nigga ain't been tied to the mob for years. He pressed y'all. He said, listen, tell me I'm different. I'm pulling up to y'all strip club. Tell me I'm different if you got that type of weight. Because guess what? They know that nigga busting. That little nigga, I don't care if you don't like him or not. He already telling you, we gonna get you. I'm gonna die about this. I'm gonna make sure that y'all willing to die about it. You know what I mean? Y'all not like that for real. You get what I'm saying? We heard what you did back in the day. Jay Prince had a great book. I read his autobiography. It was a great book all the way through. I love how, you know, he did his thing Monday through Saturday. He was in church Sunday morning. Little Jay Prince said, man, he ain't never missed church service. But he was out here in these streets every day. You hear me? Like, he was that guy. He was very feared because he was a guy, he was honorable, and he was a guy that his word was his bond. We are missing a lot of those guys now. In another example, and I'm gonna let DT go ahead and finish, but I'm gonna bring up Camron. Cam, we fuck with you. I don't fuck with internet Cam. I fuck with Camron, Dipset Camron, business entrepreneur Camron, but the internet Camron, I just don't, because when you and Jimmy started beefing with each other, see, it was all good when y'all was all from Harlem, when y'all was in the group. Then you come in, Jimmy, you ain't even from Harlem. When you start doing that shit, I said, damn, bro. Now you know what I mean? Like, you didn't went all the way left. You burn y'all burning each other down. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not even gonna be the same no more just because y'all didn't hit below the belt. Brothers don't do that. I would never do my brother like that. You feel me? If we got smoke, we got smoke. Guess what? That's off the internet. If we ain't talking, we not talking. Guess what? That's gonna be a question that you gonna think. Like, G gonna be like, damn, Fred ain't talked to DT in a minute, right? That's between me and DT. When me and DT speak, y'all see it. We ain't gonna tell you. You will see it. You might see me around DT. You might see me hollering at him. You feel me? But that's not something. That's not something for us in the masses. You handle your business like grown folks always handle their business, communicating with the person. You know what I mean? Communicating with the person. That's it. Only other time you did back in the day, you had a 3-way call where you put somebody on the phone. We ain't fucking know it, and we talking shit. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can get caught up back in the day. And we had direct conversations, man. And I just think we got to get the fuck off the internet, man. Get back to just doing business and not wanting to be the face of it. You know what I mean? Smart people don't like Jack said it. I hire smarter people to run my businesses. I don't need to be I don't have to be the face of it to be actually have to have investment and have a lot of control of it. You know what I mean? Let somebody, we gotta all be able to eat together. But DC, I know we had a technology difference. You want to go ahead and finish real quick?
Yeah, like I was saying, that technology is a big major part, but I understand everybody's using it to make money. But like G was saying, you never heard of Jay Prince. Which people just feared him just off of just hearing his reputation. But I just think this internet stuff is just a way, an opportunity to make money, man. It's the internet is insane, and I've been guilty of doing stupid stuff on this internet too, going to the thing. Like I said, even when I'm in the bubble and stuff like that, people don't know about the bubble because I don't ever show it, but they hear about it. And I got caught lacking, went in the bubble, and now everybody knew about the bubble because I was in the bubble. It's like social media could destroy who you is, man. Like at the end of the day, it can discredit and take from what you really are. So, but other than that, just kill the media, man. The social media, quit giving the people the show, man. You ain't pressed for money, move around.
Not a real talk. No, real talk. I agree. The internet, I think we talked about this numerous times. It has its good things and it got its bad things, y'all. You know what I mean? And it really can expose you because what you put on the internet never goes away. I don't care if it's years later. We done seen how many people get on and they go back 20 years later on messages. I think they did it to DiVincenzo before he got drafted from Villanova. He had all these racist text tweets like 5 years prior. So of course he gonna say, "Oh, I'm not the same person I was," but with us, we like, oh, damn, bro. This how you feel about your teammates. This how you going to a African American more dominant sport, which is the NBA. You know what I mean? In the NFL, you know what I mean? And you speaking like this is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? But so it don't go nowhere. So just be careful what y'all say. OGs, learn how to utilize the internet. You do not have to press that live button. Quit going fucking live. I don't see no benefit in it at all. Call your peoples, call your folks. If anything, they, unless you streaming, unless you want to do it like that, you know what I mean? Where you're going to be able to generate some bread, you know what I mean? Or you got something to really say it. Keep it short too. If you're going to do it, keep it short. You know what I mean? Get on there and say what you say. You ain't got to put no names on it. If you want to send something out there, put it, do it. But hopefully it's a positive thing, something productive. That way it's not hurting your brand and people can, get along with it on a positive or just that is truthful. It ain't even got to be long as it's 100% truthful. I think that's the biggest thing, because people going to make their opinions and make their assumptions what they want to. Because we all know, we see comments, people say the craziest shit on here. So, I mean, you just really can't give a fuck about it.
That's
facts.
So, look, y'all, we're going to go ahead to the quote of the day, man. I think it's pretty simple, man. This quote is by a guy named Hurst Lin. He's a co-founder of DCM China. And I got this off of Forbes. It said the real truth in making money consistently is never think about making money. So, I'm gonna start off. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and end it. What I think about it is that so the real truth in making money consistently is to never think about making money. When you don't have no pressure on you, right, and you just getting out in your purpose and you doing what you're supposed to do. That we see that there's a level of thinking that attracts the bread. You know what I mean? It's a level of thinking, a level of focus that attracts the money. Of course, we're putting the type of work in, but we're not worrying about where the money is coming from because we know what we're doing on a consistent basis. Go ahead, G.
Is it what I got out of it in a way? He said to go about making the money is not thinking about making the money, basically.
Right. The real truth of making money consistently is never think about making money.
It's basically love what you're doing.
Exactly.
Is basically loving what you're doing, even though you're making the money. That's not on your mind of making the money because you truly love doing what you're doing.
Doing your purpose.
That's exactly, especially when it's a difference between a career and a job.
Mm-hmm.
A job is something you have to do, in a career is something that you love to do, but you get money for it. So I just had to think of that concept, like, hearing it and just, thinking and coming up of what he's really saying without saying it.
Right.
You got to love what you're doing, and when you love what you're doing, the money is the reward, but you're not thinking about it because you're so in love with the process of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, you got guys like, you can look at a basketball player. You think these Currys, LeBrons, KDs, make $50 million a year. You think they up here talking about I'm about to get paid. My check gonna be in the nah, they is hooping, bro. They hooping, that's gonna take care of that.
Yeah,
Them guys
right.
set for life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you really love what you're doing, it's like a woman that's a nurse, a lawyer, or counting. You know, you count money, you getting money while you counting money, but you're not thinking about, okay, I'm about to get paid. You basically love doing what you're doing. A head coach, a strength and condition, whatever it is. You in the process like, oh yeah, you got stronger. Yeah, man. I'm getting this now, right? Now you in the process with them because you generally love doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a damn good quote, because a lot of higher ups and a lot of guys that we look up to and women that we see, they in those positions where it's making residuals, but they love doing what they doing. They not even thinking about the residual.
Right.
Owners. Jerry Jones, 90 years old, shit, 85, 7. He talking about Michael Parsons. Money. But he ain't even talking about his money. But his job is to talk about the person contract though.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, why he talking about Michael Parsons contract? What's Michael Parsons making for the Cowboys? Think about it. So if I give you $40 million, how many people came to see Michael Parsons?
See, probably a lot, because that's how they got down there.
No, they don't. They got CeeDee Lamb. He a dog.
Got to have a quarterback and get it to him.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, let's be honest though. It not to get on subject, but it's the Cowboys. It's a lot of delusion. People gonna be in here. You know what I mean? I don't really care who down there, man.
Dallas gonna win the East. Dallas gonna win the East.
Dallas go in the East.
Dallas gonna win the East. I'm saying it now.
DT, what you think about the quote, man?
Honestly, I just feel like it just says it's just saying basically control what you can control. Don't go around here thinking about nothing. Control what you can control. Because even myself, when I'm doing something and I be thinking about money, it never come when I want it. But the moment I ain't thinking about it, the money just come to me. Just let it come to you. I can't control it. I can't go out here and get $1 million. If I'm gonna get $1 million, it's got to be God doing. And like they say, you didn't believe, but God did. So hey, it's coming. Stop thinking. Control what you can control, and let everything else just be what it is. That's just
Right.
it. At the end of the
That's
day,
a
control
fact.
what you can control.
That's a DT. I think that's as simple
That's
as
a
it is,
fact.
right? Because when we control what we control, guess what comes upon us? Opportunities. And usually, a lot of those
Ooh.
opportunities lead to some type of bag. You know what I mean? But it's also opportunities. For example, G, you was training us, right? You get to the point that you start training Chris and them. Opportunity came of a hand and say, hey, you know what?
That's a fact.
We could generate a little bag doing what you've been doing every day. You know what I mean? And also helping the kids what we already love to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing, is like when you're doing something and you're actually helping to grow and expand something, that's when the fun of it. You don't mind putting the hours in. You know what I mean? There's times where I'm leaving 4 or 5 o'clock. I've been here since 7, but I don't feel it because I enjoy what I do. When I'm waking
That's a
up, you know
fact.
what I'm saying? When you love what you do, you don't care about going to sleep at night because you're going to go do something that you love to do.
That's a
We know
fact.
we always had them. We all had jobs where we like, man, I don't want to do this shit today. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow, your whole weekend, you stressed about Monday. It's Friday, eat, at night. You like, man, I can't take it. But
This
that's
week going slow.
the week going slow, right? You like, man, come on, man. Like, come on, something gotta give. And that's when you had that situation, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like, damn, okay, that makes sense. It makes total sense. And now when we look at it, and so when we're not, and then also what DT said about when you're not when you're not putting no pressure on it about the money, right? When you're like, man, I need to make this today. I need to make this today. Instead of just going out here and say, you know what, I'm gonna put my effort in, I'm gonna work hard. I mean, and I think that's with anything, right? Like when you go into a basketball game, I never went into a basketball game like, man, I gotta drop 40 tonight. I just know I wanted to play well. You know what I mean? Like if I get 25 and 10, cool. Because I know that I'm willing to give this effort today. I feel like you know what I mean? Like I think I got a mismatch. I'll be able to take advantage of this. I'm gonna see what we can do. Now, of course, it is talking from a different guy. Because in high school, I'm like, I'm trying to drop. I ain't gonna lie to you. In certain games, I was like, man, I'm dropping 30 tonight. I might, you know what I mean? And I might not get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of times I didn't get there. I'm taking bad shots. I ain't swinging it back a couple times. You know what I mean? I'm forcing it. You know, and so and most of the time you are forcing it, you have a bad game. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Like, when you're forcing the majority of the time, you're having a bad game. When you go with the swing of things, with the flow of things, that's when you start feeling like, okay, you know what? I made it easy for myself. I made it easy for my teammates, and this is why I was able to have a game that I was looking forward to having. So I just think, like you said, finding your purpose, living your purpose, controlling what you can control, and G, like you said, having love for something is what's gonna put you in this type of mindset, and that's when the bag gonna come in. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've seen it all the time. You know what I mean? I think Trey Henderson need to understand this. So I think if you listen to, man, Trey Henderson, if you find Making the Right Play podcast, listen to this part, man. You know what I mean? If you love playing football, man, get your ass out there, man. Let's figure this out, man. And 28 million from what you making right now, that's a good payday. That's a lot of money. And I think you got to realize too, you ain't Myles Garrett, you ain't TJ Watt. You know what I mean? You're not lining up all across the damn field like Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? Like, G, you make the perfect example the other day. We know where Myles lining up at, Micah lining up at. You know what I mean? These guys are a lot. They're not just pass rushers. You know what I mean? Like, they do a lot more. So,
Yes.
guys, yeah, and I wanted to touch base with that real quick too. Like, which we can take the quote off today, man. Just an extra thing. Trey, what we doing here? Like, I know we didn't get to talk about him, the trade news that Bengals wanted to trade him. Before we get off, what are we thinking here for Trey, man?
He ain't going nowhere. They're not trading him. I just think they're going to have to come to an agreement. Like, I don't know how many years he wanted to play more. I just knew he saw the writing on the wall that Stewart was going to come in for a spot. He wanted to be here. He loved it here. And I understand, because I saw the same with Tyler Boyd when he knew it was his last year. So moving forward, this is where he want to be, and especially playing for a quarterback like Joe, weapons like Jamar Chase and T, Brown. He feel like, he like it here. And this is where he want to be. So, and he's willing to sit out. I don't know why. Or play this game with you're gonna fake be hurt and just collect money. That's dangerous, man. I just get out there and play, but I hope they can come to an agreement and he get on the field and get us 14, 15 sacks.
What you think, DT? What's up? Our
So,
Bengals insider.
yeah, Trey gonna get signed because, like he said on that preseason game, is not the money. The money and the years is already, the length of the contract and the amount of the contract is good, but it's the guarantee money is where the difference is coming in at. Trey is wanting more guarantee money, but the amount of years and the price tag is good, but he want more of that money up front. He just wants more. He just want to be greedy. At the end of the day, a man of faith just want to be greedy. Trey, you gonna get paid. It's in the contract. You're gonna get paid. What I feel Trey is doing is he want that guaranteed money, so I already got that. So if the Bengals go ahead and sign me this year, and then next year they don't bring me back, they blow that contract up or something like that, I'm not missing out on that money that I'm already was looking forward to. Basically, trying to count his eggs before they hatch. He gonna be signed. Like Jamar Chase for a couple days before the season, week before the season, go ahead and egg it. It's been historically done here in Cincinnati. It's the history of them doing that the week before when they got a holdout, signing that player the week before week one. So it happened.
So we saying in this next week, in these next 7 days,
This
8
upcoming
days,
week, this upcoming week, he should be
I
signed.
can see that. I can see that.
You get a deal done.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I agree, because even with the price tag that the Bengals asking for, ain't nobody giving that up right now. You know what I mean?
Trading.
So they're doing that to let them know. Also, and I think Trey, realized too when his agent came out and said, you know, he's worth a first round draft pick, and then we didn't find any. I think it was a humbling experience for Trey and whoever is representing him to know, like, he's a great player, but he's football. When you getting older,
He's 31.
mark against you, huh?
He's 31. Like, you old, bro.
You old, man. So yeah, hey Trey, we wish you the best, man. We want you. We want to be able to start this season off with no distractions and be able to get right to it. So we can't wait to see these next few days. Maybe hopefully next Sunday we talking about a contract that you did sign, and we can do something positive here and get ready for the season, guys. So look, man, great show, episode 16, man. Where it was any last words? Let's start with you, DT.
Not really. I just want to say thanks for coming along. It's week 16. We wrapping it up. It's been a journey, and let's just continue the journey. But let's continue to embrace each other, man. Continue to show love to one another. Let's heal the city, man. Make it a better place for everyone, man. And hey, watch out for these kids. They back in school, so drive safe. Don't do nothing ignorant. Hey, make it home, man. I'm out.
So, G, what's up?
Just keep riding with us, rocking with us. Appreciate the love, the feedback. I got a lot of people that I got sending these links out to. They looking forward. They missed us last weekend. Like, man, where y'all at, bro? I ain't had nothing to listen to at lunchtime, bro. Y'all ain't fell out, did y'all? Nah, we all everything good. We right back. So tomorrow at lunch, while you eating your little Subway, we gotta hire some minutes for you, man. We got y'all. Don't DM me, come at me, and hold me hostage. I'm sorry. We got 2 interviews. We got a special interview coming out. So we got you. We've been working, but thanks for the follow and the love. Appreciate it, y'all.
You for sure, man. I'm gonna back out that. Yeah, man. Continue to like, share, subscribe, comment, please. Spotify, wherever you find your podcast, man. Go to Making the Right Play Podcast. Subscribe, like. Let us know what you guys think, feedback, and also I wanted to give a shout out to Tyler Boyd, getting his high school stadium named after him, man. That was a huge accomplishment, man. I saw it on this page, man. I'm really a big fan of Tyler Boyd. The pro and also the person. You know what I mean? And so I just want to give him a shout out. I don't think a lot of people, did that, but he was a loyal bingo, and I think he would have loved to stay here. He would have been a guy. I mean, I think he embraced the city. Love to see he's that type of guy that Cincinnati, that we embrace as well. So I wanted to shout him out, and also shout out the first 2 weeks of school, the teachers, man. Y'all keep it up, man. Y'all stay patient with these babies, man. I promise you, man, it's gonna be an even better year, man. But thank you for tuning in, Making the Right Play Podcast, and we will see y'all next week, man. We out. Peace.